Good morning, Lauren Witzgreber, Witz Real Estate. What happens when the appraisal doesn't come in at purchase price? Ugh, everybody goes, oh no. Hopefully you're working with a realtor that actually has some strong knowledge about appraisals. But a couple of things can happen. The seller can come down, the buyer can come up, they can meet in the middle, and the last thing that can happen is somebody can do a rebuttal to the appraisal. If you're going to do a rebuttal, if you're going to basically do an argument to the appraiser on his or her report, you best be prepared with a lot of ammunition, and you best be right. 3 times it's happened in my 18 plus year career that the appraisal came in inappropriately. 2 times were with a buyer, only 1 time was with a seller. And I always say that it's truly the listing agent's responsibility to bring that appraisal value in. If you list it where you list it, you should be able to, what is it? I don't know, but I don't know what the phrase is, but you should be able to bring that value in. 1 buyer was years and years and years ago, and the lender said the appraisal came in fine, and then very towards the end, the lender said no, the appraisal was relooked at, and it came back $35,000 less. Buyer and seller ended up meeting in the middle for that one. It actually worked out well for my buyer because the interest rate had changed and it had dropped, so it actually gave him a lower payment. Second time it happened was the highest sale of my career, and the appraiser really did a poor job. I mean, absolutely did a poor job. Was pulling comps from other areas, and this is a pocket neighborhood at the beach, and the appraiser really didn't do a great job, and the listing agent, she knew it, and she just hammered that poor appraiser. And the appraisal ended up coming back in at purchase price, so we were good. Most recently, for one of my sellers, the appraisal did not come in. I'm used to looking at those reports, been looking at them for years, and I look at this report, and it's like $45,000 off. And I look at this report, and you know the market that we're in, and it says market is declining. I look at the report, it says there's no pool or spa, and in his report there's a picture of the spa. I look at his report and he says time on market is, what did he say, 60 to 90 days, and time on market right now is like less than a week. And he also indicated the wrong sale price, meaning he didn't look at the full contract, or possibly the lender hadn't sent him the full contract. But those were 4 just bold, serious mistakes. And then I started looking deeper into the sales comps that he had used, and he had used some that were from a different city close by, within that 1 mile radius, but there were plenty of comps that were nearby that he could have used, and he chose a really low one that was a completely not upgraded property to compete against mine. So it comes in, the lender has a knee-jerk reaction, and boom, sends back, hey, there's a spa. So instead of calmly sending in a rebuttal, he has a knee-jerk reaction. It comes back with like another $5,000 value, $6,000, $8,000, I forget. So my seller and the buyer, they thought, well, let's go ahead and negotiate. Let's not wait for the rebuttal to come back. We're already beyond our contingency period. So my seller was willing to come down. The buyer was willing to come up, but they still couldn't meet quite in the middle. So my seller finally said, I'm tired of waiting for you. We're back up at original sale price, and either get it or get off the pot. Long story short, we're back in escrow for a higher price, with no appraisal contingency. So keep in mind that even if an appraisal comes in poorly, if that appraiser has made some gregarious mistakes, I'm thinking that's the right word, some huge mistakes, you can rebut the appraisal. You have to make sure that everybody's willing to wait for the time to do so, but it can happen, and it can happen successfully. That's my 2 cents about real estate and appraisals. If you have questions about our current market, our past market, where I'm expecting our future market to go, anything in Southern California, of course my specialty is Santa Clarita. You can email me, lauren@keepyourwits.com. You can text me, you can call me, 661-313-5470. Otherwise, stay safe. That's pretty much it.